Welcome back to our channel, Valuable Coins Hub. These rare states $quarter coins make people rich. Let's find out why. Don't miss out one of these who know a single coin make you rich. Number 1. Today, we are diving into a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now. Yet it carries a story of history, rarity, and hidden value that most people overlook. I'm talking about the United States $quarter from the year 2000, the Virginia State Quarter. A coin that has kept collectors buzzing for years. Stay with me till the end, because the details I'm about to share could change the way you look at the coins you hold every single day. And I promise, you don't want to miss a second of this journey. When this quarter was released, it was part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in American history. The Virginia Quarter marked the 400th anniversary of Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement, and its design features the 3 historic ships, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, sailing across the Atlantic. It's not just a design, it's a story frozen in metal, a tribute to a moment that shaped the future of America. But here's the thrilling part. While millions of these quarters were minted, not all of them are the same. Some carry rare minting errors that completely transform their value, and this is where collectors get excited. Imagine finding a doubled die example, where the design looks shadowed or doubled, creating a dramatic look that stands out instantly, or spotting an off-center strike, where the image is shifted away from the center, making it unique and valuable. Even small die cracks or cuds on these quarters can turn what looks like an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Collectors across the country, from big auction houses in New York to small coin shows in local cities, have seen these rare Virginia quarters fetch incredible prices when the right error is discovered. The thrill of uncovering one of these hidden treasures in your change, or in an old jar of coins, is what keeps collectors searching every single day. And remember, even normal Virginia quarters in uncirculated or proof condition are highly sought after, especially when preserved carefully. If you're a collector or even just starting out, here's an important tip. Never rush when looking at your quarters. Take the time to check the lettering, the details of the ships, and the overall strike of the coin. A slight variation could mean you're holding something truly special, something others are willing to pay serious money for. And don't forget, condition is everything. So if you find one that looks sharp and bright, keep it safe in a protective holder, because that small effort could make a huge difference when it comes to value. The Virginia Quarter is more than just a piece of change. It's history, it's art, and it's a hidden treasure that continues to capture the imagination of coin lovers everywhere. Every time you get a quarter back in change, you could be holding a piece of American heritage, and possibly a coin that collectors dream about finding. That's why this hunt is so thrilling, and that's why collectors never give up the chase. So remember, this coin was first released into circulation with an original market value of just 25 cents, but its rarity, condition, and errors can make it worth far more in the world of collectors. That's the magic of coins, turning pocket change into something unforgettable. Number 2, we are diving into a quarter that tells a story of beauty, rarity, and hidden treasures. The United States $quarter from Nevada, 2006. At first glance, it may just look like another state quarter. But let me tell you, this coin carries surprises that can thrill collectors everywhere. From its stunning design to its rare errors, this quarter can turn ordinary pocket change into something truly exciting. So don't miss any detail, because what I'm about to share could be the key to finding something special in your own collection. The Nevada Quarter was part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program, and it celebrates the silver state with breathtaking detail. On the reverse, you see 3 wild Mustangs galloping across an open field, with mountains rising in the background and a ribbon of sagebrush below. The words "battle-born" remind us of Nevada's birth during the Civil War, and all of this comes together to make one of the most striking designs of the entire series. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of the American West, with freedom and history carved right into the metal. But here is where it gets even more thrilling. While millions of Nevada quarters were minted, not all of them are ordinary. Some carry minting errors that transform them into treasures worth chasing. Collectors have reported examples with off-center strikes, where the design is shifted and leaves a blank crescent of metal, making each one unique. Others have found doubled dies, where the lettering or the horses show a ghostly second image, giving the coin an eye-catching look that collectors instantly notice. There are also coins with die cracks or cuds, small breaks in the die that leave raised marks or blobs of extra metal, and these oddities always add value. Imagine finding one of these error quarters in your change at a grocery store in Reno, or in a roll of coins from a bank in Las Vegas, and realizing it's worth far more than face value. Stories like these are what keep collectors searching, because every Nevada quarter you examine could carry something extraordinary. And proof versions struck for collectors, especially if kept in pristine condition, can also be highly desirable, commanding strong attention at auctions and coin shows across the country. If you're collecting Nevada quarters, here's a tip: always check the condition first, because a coin with sharp detail and luster will always stand out. Then look closely at the words Nevada, Battle-Born, and United States of America, because that's where doubled letters can appear most often. Don't forget to study the horses too, because tiny die errors on the legs or tails can change the value instantly. And of course, keep your rare finds in protective holders to maintain their condition, because every scratch can mean a loss in value. The Nevada quarter is more than just pocket change. It's history, it's artistry, and for collectors it's a thrill ride of possibilities. This is why people are willing to pay strong premiums for them at markets and auctions, from New York to Los Angeles, because when you mix beauty with rarity, you get a coin that collectors can't resist. And here's the most exciting part: when this coin was first released into circulation, its original market value was just 25 cents. Yet today it can be worth so much more depending on rarity and condition. That's what makes collecting so thrilling, because hidden treasures are always waiting to be discovered. Number 3. We are about to dive into one of the most striking and adventurous coins of the state quarter series, the Montana quarter from 2007. Don't blink or skip ahead, because I will reveal details about its uniqueness and the rare errors that can turn this coin into a real treasure for collectors. So stay with me until the end, because every word matters if you are hunting coins that can surprise you. The Montana quarter is part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program and was released in 2007 to honor the treasure state. On the reverse side of this quarter, you will see something bold and unforgettable: the proud skull of a bison staring outward with its majestic horns, a symbol of the wildlife and rugged spirit of Montana. Above it rests the outline of the state with the words Big Sky Country, reminding us of the wide open lands and endless horizons that Montana is famous for. This design isn't just art on metal. It's a piece of American spirit captured forever in a single coin. But here's where the thrill begins. Even though millions of Montana quarters were struck, some carry errors that make them stand out from the rest. Collectors have discovered examples with off-center strikes, where the design is shifted and leaves part of the quarter blank, and these are highly desirable. Others carry double dies, where the letters of Big Sky Country or United States of America appear to have a shadow or second outline, and this small detail makes collectors' hearts race. Some have die breaks or cuds where extra metal blobs form, giving the coin a one-of-a-kind appearance that can drive its value higher. Imagine pulling a Montana quarter out of your change in Billings, or finding one in a roll from a bank in Helena, only to notice something unusual about the lettering or the image of the bison skull. That's the moment you realize that the coin in your hand is no longer just 25 cents, but a collector's treasure that can attract attention at coin shows and auctions across the country. Stories like these are why collectors check every coin so carefully, because a small error can turn into big excitement. Now here are some tips for collectors. When you come across a Montana quarter, always start with the condition, because coins with a sharp strike and glowing luster stand out to buyers. Next, pay attention to the skull and the words Big Sky Country, since this is where doubling and striking issues often appear. Don't forget to check the edge of the coin too, because sometimes striking pressure can leave faint marks or distortions that matter more than you think. And of course, always protect your finds with holders or flips to keep them in top shape, because every scratch lowers value and collectors want perfection whenever possible. The Montana quarter is not just a piece of pocket change. It's a piece of history, a piece of art, and a piece of adventure for collectors who chase down every rare find. When you bring together a bold design, limited minting quirks, and the thrill of the hunt, you get a coin that people across the United States are eager to own, whether through auctions in Chicago or coin shops in Dallas. And here's the exciting truth. When this coin was first released into circulation, its original market value was only 25 cents. Yet today, depending on rarity, condition, and errors, it can be worth so much more in the hands of a collector. Number 4. I am going to take you on a thrilling journey into one of the most breathtaking coins of the America the Beautiful Quarter series, the Block Island Quarter from 2018. Stay with me because this coin hides secrets that most people never notice. And the rarities I'm about to reveal could make you look at your change in a whole new way. Collectors have been buzzing about it, and by the end of this video you will understand why it has captured so much attention and why you should be checking every coin you come across. The Block Island Quarter was released in 2018 to honor the stunning Block Island National Wildlife Refuge in Rhode Island, and its design is nothing short of incredible. On the reverse you see a black-crowned night heron flying gracefully over the ocean waves, with the island's lighthouse standing in the background, watching over the waters. It's a design full of motion and life, reminding us of the beauty of Rhode Island's coast and the wildlife it protects. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of the Atlantic breeze in your hand, and that's what makes it so special to collectors who love art and history combined. But here's where the thrill begins. Not all Block Island quarters are created equal. While millions were minted, some carry mint errors that make them treasures. Collectors have reported double dies where the lettering, especially in the words United States of America and Block Island, show a faint shadow image, and these are always sought after. Others have off-center strikes where part of the design is shifted, leaving blank crescent shapes on the edges, and these are extremely collectible because no two are ever the same. There are even coins with die breaks, little raised lines or blobs caused by cracks in the die, and these oddities can turn a simple coin into something rare and valuable. Imagine pulling one of these error coins from your pocket change in Providence, or discovering it in a roll from a bank in Boston, and realizing you're holding something collectors across the country are hunting for. That moment of surprise and thrill is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Because treasures like this hide in plain sight, and only the careful eye finds them. Some Block Island quarters in pristine proof versions have also sold for strong premiums at auctions, showing just how much demand there is for this design. Now, if you're collecting Block Island quarters, here are some tips you don't want to miss. First, always check the bird's wings and the waves beneath it, because tiny doubling and striking issues often show there. Then carefully study the lettering around the coin, because that's where doubling errors become clear if you look closely under good light. Don't forget to examine the rim of the coin too, because off-center strikes or weak edges can dramatically raise value. And of course, protect your best finds in coin holders or cases, because a coin in sharp mint state condition will always bring more excitement and stronger offers than one that has been scratched or worn down. The Block Island Quarter is not just another piece of loose change. It's a coin full of beauty, history, and possibilities for collectors who want to chase rare finds. That combination of art, rarity, and the thrill of discovery is why people from coast to coast are searching for them and why they are becoming a highlight in many collections. Whether at coin shops in New York, auctions in California, or private sales in Chicago, Block Island quarters with the right errors are proving they are in high demand. And here is the detail that makes the story even more thrilling. When this coin was first released into circulation, its original market value was only 25 cents. Yet today, depending on condition and rarity, it can sell for so much more in markets and auctions. Number 5 and last unique coin. Let me take you into the world of one of the most beautiful quarters ever released by the United States Mint, the Shenandoah National Park Quarter from 2014. This is not just a coin. This is a piece of American history, a coin that holds both charm and value. And today I'm going to tell you why collectors go crazy for it. So listen carefully and don't miss any detail, because the thrill of finding such a treasure might just be waiting in your pocket or coin jar right now. The Shenandoah Quarter was released in 2014 as part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating the breathtaking landscapes of our nation. On this quarter, you'll see a hiker standing high on a rocky cliff, looking out over the stunning scenery of Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. This design captures adventure, freedom, and the spirit of exploration, and that alone makes it stand out from many other quarters in circulation. But what truly makes this coin fascinating is the way errors and rare conditions can turn it into something worth far more than 25 cents. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique details, and the Shenandoah Quarter offers just that. Some rare examples show double die errors, where the design appears slightly doubled, especially in the lettering or date. Others may have minting mistakes like off-center strikes or missing details, and these errors instantly boost the value sky high. Imagine holding one of these in your hands, knowing that a tiny error made during production transformed it into a highly sought-after collectible. That's what excites coin lovers everywhere. Now let's talk about tips for collectors, because this is where the real magic happens. If you ever get your hands on a Shenandoah quarter, the first thing you should do is examine it under good light, preferably with a magnifier. Look closely at the words, the date, and the rim because that's where errors often appear. Always keep these coins safe, store them in protective holders or albums, and never clean them because even a slight scratch can reduce the value dramatically. Also, if you're hunting for high-value versions, check rolls of quarters from banks, estate sales, flea markets, or even online auctions where collectors trade rare finds. Many lucky people have discovered valuable Shenandoah quarters in everyday change, and you could too. The demand for these coins is growing, and with every year that passes, they become harder to find in perfect condition. Collectors across America and even worldwide are chasing these coins. And it's not just because of their beauty. It's because of the thrill of owning something truly unique. Every collector knows that when a coin carries history, art, and rarity together, it becomes more than just money. It becomes a treasure. And now let's wrap it up with the most exciting part. The original market value of the Shenandoah National Park quarter was only 25 cents when it was released. Just a small coin in your pocket back in 2014. Yet today it could be worth far more if you have the right error or mint state condition. That's the true joy of coin collecting. Something ordinary can turn into something extraordinary right before your eyes. So my friends, if you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to this channel, drop a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Who knows? Maybe your next quarter could be the treasure everyone else is searching for. Stay tuned for more amazing stories of coins worth money. And let's keep the passion for collecting alive together.